what if I, as an employee, decided that I'm okay, the company's giving me the car, but it's okay, I'm going to pay for these costs. Because a lot of times I'm like, okay, I'll pay for the gas, I'll pay for the insurance, reimburse the company for it, or if there's any repairs, I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
Do I still pay that 34 cents per kilometer if I'm reimbursing the company or actually taking the burden of paying those expenses as a taxable income?
Yeah, if the company owns the car, then the company would have to claim the deduction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then if I'm reimbursing it to the company, the cost.
Yeah, then you wouldn't have to include the benefit.
So the 34 cents is just there if you don't.
Yeah.
If you really are not responsible for it.
If you're not responsible for it. Yeah.
Got it. So this taxable benefit of company vehicle use, are there any exemptions or reductions that anybody can get, or is it like set to whatever the calculation says, 24% of the company's car if it's bought, or 2/3 of the lease cost if it's leased?
Yeah. So if you use the car for business purposes, for more than 50% business purposes, then you're eligible for this reduction.
How do you determine that? Like, is it based on usage?
Based on your kilometers that you're driving. So if in the total year you're driving X amount of kilometers, and more than 50% of those kilometers relate to business use, then you're in this reduced standby charge calculation. If you're driving less than 50% for business, then you don't have this reduction available to you.
If Harlene's going from home to her work and back, that's business, right?
That's not business.
Okay, why?
Yeah, they count that as your regular commute.
Okay, so that's all personal.
So that's all personal. Like, you getting to work is your personal kilometers, which makes no sense because yeah, you're going for work, but they don't consider those employment duties.
So what will be considered as business use of the vehicle exactly? If my trip from home to work to home is not, then what is my business use?
Driving to clients, driving to work sites, seeing suppliers, vendors, anything that relates to
business
your
use.
Employment duties, then that would count towards a business kilometer.
So say Harlene is a dentist. I'm just making it up. Let's say Harlene's a dentist. She has a clinic she drives to. She goes from home to clinic.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count. But what if Harlene had two clinics? Let's say one clinic in Mississauga and the other clinic in Toronto.
Yeah.
Right? So Harlene goes from her home to Mississauga clinic.
Yeah.
And then Harlene goes back home. No write-off.
No write-off.
But if Harlene decided, I'm going to see patients half day in Mississauga and half day in Toronto.
Yeah.
So she goes from, the first leg is she goes from home to Mississauga clinic. Then from Mississauga, she goes to Toronto clinic.
Yeah.
And then she goes from Toronto back home.
Yeah. So between the clinics would count.
Mississauga to Toronto.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So how does one keep track of these things on a daily basis if she's doing that?
So I just want to say first, like, once you do calculate it, you can reduce your standby charge proportionately. So for example, if you're actually only driving 40% for like personal, then you should only have 40% of your standby charge included in the
taxable benefit piece.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. So it's proportionately reduced.
So if going back to the $100,000 car, $24,000 is my taxable benefits.
Yeah.
If I can prove that by way of kilometers that I've only driven 40% of the kilometers for personal, I can take the 24,000, multiply by 40%, and that's my income inclusion.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah.
I think, from a CRA perspective, if I may, how would someone trust? Everybody can say, well, I drive only for business.
Yeah. So no, from CRA's perspective, they expect you to keep a logbook.
Of course.
Of all your kilometers driven. So row by row, you should be writing
the daily usage of the car.
The daily usage of the car.
And let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How often have you ever seen a log?
No one. I don't know how often people keep logs. They definitely don't keep them often.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I've never seen it.
I've been to CRA audits with this log issue.
Yeah.
And from a practical perspective, this is such a low-hanging fruit for CRA. Whenever they see a vehicle, I feel like they internally get so happy.
Yeah.
Because they can now get you for the vehicle expenses.
Yeah. And they love to target vehicles.
It's so easy too. It's a mechanical, easy, the car's there.
Yeah.
You can check it to T4 slip and see whether or not you've included the taxable benefit in your T4 slip.
Yeah.
And then it's very easy to cross-match.
And they also know that so many people are using corporate vehicles for personal use, right? So they know it's something they can get something out of it.
Yeah, they can and they will. And then they're like, hey, show us your logbook. It seems like 100% is business use.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what logbook?
What logbook?
Let me find out with my accountant. What's the accountant's got to do with the logbook? But sometimes that's what happens.
Yeah.
So, but practically speaking, during an audit, what CRA's policy has been is that you can give them a sample of 3 months, 4 months, if it is if that sample is representative of your whole year of driving pattern. But it requires you to have 3 months of sample per year almost, right? 3 or 4 months. So
there are apps available that you can use.
There are, but like, I don't know if I'm like, using my car every single time I'm actually logging my driving.
No, yeah, even if there's an app.
It's just like you get into the car so many times. I might be working and I'm like, I want to go run to Tim's and get my steep tea or something like that.
Yeah.
Let me turn on my...
No, definitely.
Let me press the button and go to Tim Hortons and then log that kilometer.
I completely agree with you.
And then reconcile it with the beginning of the year. I had this much odometer kilometers.
I think most people may just do that, right? Like they look at the beginning of the year and end of the year and they put a percentage. And they kind of know roughly in their head, but
roughly
CRA
is not the same.
CRA is not looking for that.
Yeah,
They're looking for the logbook.
But it's not I think it's what you can prove.
Exactly.
It's not the usage itself, but like it's what you can prove. And I think whether you actually own the business as a business owner and you've given yourself a car as an employee of the same company that you control, or you're like a third party employee, a logbook is always challenging is what I see.
Yeah. I have seen one or two.
You have?
I have seen written.
What did you receive it as? Like it was paper handwritten.
Oh, paper handwritten. Really old folk. I'm remembering now during tax season.
So how many years have you been practicing tax for?
Pardon?
How many years have you been working for in tax?
Like 10 years.
Okay, in 10 years, how many times you said? Two times? Once? That's why it stuck out.
Yeah, that's why it stuck out. Because I remember seeing it thinking like, wow, they're a good taxpayer for doing this. The
other way out or exemption would be is that if you never took the car home. So CRA says that there's no taxable benefit to the company car if that company car is never made available to you for home use. So like you never actually park the car overnight at your home.
And you don't have like the keys available to you at home. Like they're at the office, you leave them there, not available for you. Yeah, so like then this way, the only time you would be using the car is like if you drove the car literally from the business to another business use and you come back, you park it in. Yeah. You have a separate car that's parked at the business that you brought from home and you drive that car home, basically. So I had an interesting scenario. So CRA wanted to audit this company and they found company cars. Yes, I'm going to audit this. Yeah. And they're like, it's all business use, no taxable benefit taken by the owners. Yeah. Right? That they had the use available. And CRA is like, yep, I'm going to put, these cars are like super expensive. Seems like they're like $100,000+. They're like for last 10 years or 5 years, whatever they chose for the period, you haven't been including this to your income. So they're like, okay, let's put $30,000 of income per year to your income for the last 5 years. Yeah. And there'll be interest penalties. Which they just automatically did. Yeah. And they're like, no, we clearly we did not take them home. And then that was a contentious point. Like, now how does one prove that the car is not coming home? Luckily, we had a surveillance camera at the office or at the business location that was pointed towards the parking lot. And we could show from the surveillance camera that like recordings. Were these like luxury vehicles? They were like nice vehicles. Okay. I don't know if they were like super, like not Ferraris, but they were like nice cars. Yeah. Like Infinity or something like that. Okay. Like they're not like the economy version, but they're like premium cars. Yeah. So they had the camera pointed towards the parking lot, and you can clearly see there's like 3 or 4 cars parked at the business location every single night for the recordings they had for several whatever data that they had. Yeah. So they showed it to the CRA auditors, and that got them off the hook.